Hello YouTube, welcome again to another review of a tank in World of Tanks. As you can see before me, I am reviewing the Churchill I tank. This is a Tier 5 British heavy tank, of which I do like immensely. Now looking here at the tech tree, there are a lot of guns for this tank, but only a couple of them are actually good. Now you start off here with the QF 2-pounder Mark X, which is not that bad of a gun for a Tier 4 tank. The higher up you go, the less and less the tank goes. Now, as you can see here, this is the turret upgrade differences between a Churchill I armor and the Churchill III. Now, when you upgrade to this one, you get a better view range. Traverse speed is the same, but you lose armor. But the weight is the same, which I think is just the bigger size, which allows for mounting of bigger guns. And here we have the top gun of the Churchill I. It is the 75mm Vickers HV. Fires 12.5 rounds per minute. This is 145 penetration, 135 average damage. Has an accuracy of 0.36, aim time of 2.3 seconds, and weighs just under 600 pounds. This is a pretty good gun. And here we have the max 6-pounder gun. Here. Now, progress-wise, you will essentially grind this gun. This gun is essentially useless. It's a dark gun. No one uses them. I hate them. You will use this gun until you can get the upgraded turret and get this gun. Then you will use this gun. Most people will not buy this gun and just research it to get to this gun. This one is not as good as this one. It does more damage, yes, but it's a slower rate of fire and does not have as much good penetration, and it's less accurate. Now, where this line loses a lot of its effectiveness is here at Tier 3 and up. Is that it loses a lot of speed here. These tanks are very, very slow tanks. As you can see here, speed limit is 24 kilometers an hour. This is a slow tank. In the medium 3 is where it starts losing some of its speed from the Tier 2. Yeah, it goes up in speed, but it's a lot slower. Now, compared to the cruiser, this one is slower than this one in acceleration and traverse speed. Now, the Matilda compared to the Covenanter, you see a very vast difference. This is more in the Matilda's weight. This is a heavy, heavy tank, which is why it's so slow. And it has a really, really underpowered engine. And the same for the Churchill. For its weight, they don't have that good of an engine. And so I've been told in the Churchill 7 is they don't have a lot of power in them. But when you get up to here with the Black Prince, you get a much better engine and it starts actually picking up some speed again. $20 here. Not that bad. It's essentially going to be about 20. Slows down a bit here, but you get better armor and better guns, which it's a trade-off with the heavies is they're going to be slow. Now here at Tier 8, we get back up to about 35 miles per hour, and I have a feeling that this engine right here will do it. You'll get up there, and you can stay up there. And so on and so forth up the tree. Now, other stats. Hit points. It has 700 hit points. That's pretty good compared to other heavy tanks of the line. Weight limit. Fully maxed out, it can hold 43 tons. I don't have anything mounted on it, just because I just haven't really considered purchasing anything for it. You can mount a cam on it, but it's a heavy tank. It's not really going to help. It's got low engine power, it's got an okay speed limit. Traverse speed is really slow. There is nothing you can really do about that besides get some skills. And even that's not going to help that much. Hull armor is where this thing is really weak too. Front on here, this 177 is only in about one place here. And even that has a weak spot here and here. Everywhere else it's much thinner armor. And it's 63 at the side. And another weakness is tracks will get blown off this thing all the time. And the back is a little bit spaced. There's this little chunk here, which is spaced armor, because there's a gap there. A shell can penetrate that and sort of lose a lot of its power and not penetrate the 50 here, which is good. Keeps your engine safe. Now, shell damage is 101. Penetration is 109 to 181. Essentially, you will penetrate anything from this range, for sure. Anything less, you're going to cut through no matter what. But this is the standard shell penetration, just, you know. You get even from here to here. But there's going to be an average sort of in the middle of what you're going to hit for sure and go through. It has a rate of fire of 12.5 rounds, which is pretty good. Short traverse is 34, which is pretty good. It has 350 view range, which, as always, is something that does get better the higher up you get, and can be improved upon with skills, is the view range is sort of low. Signal range. It's sort of up in the air with me about how useful signal range is, unless you're like artillery and you're behind the lines. Most of the time, if you're in a tank like this, or a medium tank, or even light tanks, people are going to know where you are, and you're going to be able to see them, just because they're going to be pretty much right up on your tail. There's no real need to have an uber strong radio. It does help, particularly if you're sort of on the flanks, and there's a hill between you and your friendly, and they see an enemy, so you can come around them. That will help, yes. But all in all, this is not that bad of a tank. It can be a bit of a grind, and so can the Matilda before it. They can be just grinds, but it could be worse. I like the gun. I wish you could use this one here. It is useless. I wish you could use it because it'd just be funny to have. Essentially, you end up on somebody you're not really pointing at. Like an enemy in your turret somewhere else, you're like, boom, boom, fire. It's fun. But it's not that bad of a tank. And hopefully, particularly if updates change, they may tweak this a bit. But for now, this is how the tank, and this is how it works. Personally, on a scale of 1 to 5, I may start doing more of these now with scaling. Is that I give this about a 3. It's not that bad. Could be a lot worse. There are some tanks that are just completely utter garbage, like the Elite. This ain't too bad of a tank.